This conference will now be recorded.
In last meeting, we discussed about form templates, right? I mean, patterns and sub patterns. In that, we have seen about parameter form design, and after that, we have seen field groups concept, right?
Arjun,
Uh,
hello. Yeah. Hi.
yes, tell me.
I tried to write valid right method, but it is when I written the same code you have written, but it's telling me that I cannot put greater than or smaller sign for integer and string. It's showing me that error.
Okay, I will look into that. Don't worry.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, so the next concept which I'm going to tell you about, where is the content?
But Arjun, all those you will anyways explain us in detail later, right? Because I'm not aware of the X++ coding part yet.
I have not yet started the X++ programming.
Okay, good, yeah.
So is it any wrong from my side, or it's a problem with
No,
the?
because I don't know what exactly you have done. Okay, so if I see your code, then only I can understand.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay, fine. Definitely, I will check your code. Don't worry. Okay, now the next concept which we are working with enumerators. In this enumerator concept, we are learning about how to create a checkbox, combo box, and radio button. These three controls, how we will create in the form level. Okay. So how can we create a checkbox, combo box, and a radio button mainly? So to create a checkbox, combo box, radio button, so first of all, we need to know about the enumerators concept. I mean, enums. For example, I just want to create a checkbox in my table. I mean, why we are using checkbox? Checkbox is for yes or no type. For example, uh, like passport. The passport, beside the passport field, I will place the checkbox. So if the tick mark is available, what exactly it is meaning? That particular person having passport. So if it is not in checked, okay, the particular person doesn't have any passport, something like license. So if I tick the checkbox, okay, this person having license. If it is not ticked, okay, then this person doesn't have any license. So yes or no type, mainly checkbox we will use for yes or no type. So here also I'm creating a particular field in the table for particular checkbox kind of thing. Like I'm creating a enumerator for checkbox enum. I have chosen enum and I'm giving like a status, active or inactive, something like that. So this employee status I'm going to show you here. Just I have given a name called status and I have taken the enum field. And the main important property for enum enumerator is enum type should be no, yes. This one we need to select. This is parent value. No yes is a parent value. We are inheriting some of the properties from no yes to our status field. So must and should, you need to provide enum type should be no yes. Remember, for always for checkbox creation. Okay, successfully I have created checkbox. Okay, now I will do one thing. I will bring that particular status into the form level. Okay, let me open the form. And if you expand the data source fields, immediately you cannot find the status in the list of data source fields. You just need to restore your form. When you restore the form, automatically the status will be updated in the data source field list. From here, you can drag and drop wherever you want, directly in the grid control or general tab, wherever you want, you can drag and drop it. Okay, the checkbox I have dragged into the grid control, and also in contact. Okay, so we have created two groups, right? Okay, let me delete one group here. So in contact group also, I'm going to drag and drop the status. So how it will show in the general tab page, how it will show in the grid control, that I'm going to tell you. That's what I have dragged two times. One in grid control, one in general tab page. Okay, save it. Build your project along with synchronization. That is must because we have created a field right in the table. So synchronization is must. Let us build the project. So this is the way of creating checkbox. That's it. There is no another procedure. This is only the procedure we have. Just follow these steps to create checkbox. Just a second, guys. It is in the build process. Okay, the build process completed. Now let me execute this form. We'll see how the checkbox will show in the user interface. Now you can see there is a status. Okay, status. Now this particular employee is active record. Okay, this is inactive record. So suppose if you go to the general tab, you can see the status column, how it is showing. Okay, but in grid control it will show like this, but in general tab it will show like this. So that is about a checkbox creation. Now let's create a combo box. Combo box is like multiple options. For example, gender, like male, female, unknown, something like weeks, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, something like months, Jan to December. Any other options like account type, saving account, current account, demat account, okay, like business account, whatever it is. Something like we can create multiple options so that end user can select whatever they want. So by default in our AOT we have a predefined base enums are available. If you want, you can use it directly. For example, if you go to the application explorer, go to the data types, there is a base enums. These are all combo boxes. For example, ABC. Okay, options are A, B, C. Okay, and the label will be shown in the user interface ABC. For example, there is a account choice, account and selection, something like, okay, account role, original, reversing, adjusting, closing, opening, something like. For example, in the same way, we have a gender. Gender is also available here. Gender unknown, male, female, non-specific. Okay, suppose I just want to use this gender in my table. Already gender is available, right? Why I need to create again, so that directly I can drag and drop this gender into the table fields. That's it. No need to create. If it is available in the here in AOT, you can directly drag and drop. into your table fields. Okay, save it and bring that column into the data source. Okay, the form has not restored. Okay, just restore your form. The gender has been reflected in the fields. Simply you can drag and drop wherever you require to show that particular field in the user interface. Okay, let me drag and drop in contact details also. Okay, we'll see whether it is any difference is there in the user interface or not. Okay, now save the changes. Again, build the project with the synchronization, and let's open this form. Suppose if I want to create a new base enum, that also I will show you after this one. I told you how to use existing one. In the next step, I will tell you how to create a new base enum and how to use it. Okay, build process completed. Now let's open this form. You can see here there is gender column. I can select male, female, non-specific kind of thing. Okay. If you go to the general tab, you can see the gender. It is showing same like in the grid control itself, same. Okay. Now I'll show you how to create a new base in our project. Just tell me what kind of base enum I need to create. If you tell me so that I can create here. Okay, fine. I'll tell you that something like new item. Go to the new item and data types. Here there is a base enum. Okay. Here EMP type I'm creating like contractor options. I'm talking about options. Contractor. Okay, like permanent, temporary, like something like there are a few options. Okay, EMP type I have created. First of all, provide the label. Label is very important for your base enum. Okay, employee type. Okay, employee type. So in this EMP type base enum, first I'm creating a new element. Okay, but for this element I'm not going to providing any label. Leave it like this. Okay, don't use this element. This is for empty value to show in the user interface. Okay, empty value, so that here I'm giving the name as none value. First element is none. Okay, create one element, default element, that is none element, and don't provide any label to the first element, and start creating your own elements from the second onwards. Okay, like contractor, contract employee. Okay, contract employee. The name also I'm giving same. Okay, contract and temporary employee. Okay, like permanent employee. Okay, something like if you need any other values, you can write it. Okay, almost 250 256 elements you can create here, 256 values. Okay, now successfully I have created a base enumerator. After creating this base enumerator, simply you just need to drag and drop into the table. Okay, you just need to drag and drop into the table. Directly select this base enum type, EMP type, and drag and drop into the fields. Like same like gender, how exactly we have used the gender, the same like you just need to drag and drop this EMP type into the table fields. Now restore your form and add that EMP type into the user interface. I mean design EMP type. Where it is? Just a second. Okay, now I have not saved the table. That's what. Okay, save the table and come back and restore it. Okay, the EMP type has been added. Now simply I will drag and drop into the grid control. Okay, I will drag and drop into the like contact tab page. Okay, contact tab page. So that, okay, let me build the project. Where the sign out? Okay, now it is building. Okay, let's execute this form. EMP type. Okay, first element we have taken none, right? First element value, first element. So that's what it is showing, empty space above the contract element. So that's what we have taken, empty element. Otherwise, by default, system will choose contract element by default in this particular field in the empty record itself. That's what I have taken, empty element, first element, so that you can select your own value after that. And if you go to the general tab, also showing the same thing, same like, okay, contract, temporary, permanent, something like. Now I'm going to tell you about a radio button. For radio button especially, no need to create anything. You just again reuse, I mean you can use the base enum directly. For example, here we have a employee type is there. I just want to show this employee type as a radio button. Okay, simply right click on the group, go to the new, and I'm going to creating one unbounded control. Here there is a radio button control is there. I'm creating a radio button control, and let me go to the properties, and there is the enum type of properties there. Simply I need to assign the enum type. No, not enum type, sorry. You just go to the data source property, and select the data source name and data field. In this particular data source, for which field you are pointing, that field we need to select here. We are pointing EMP type, right? So that this radio button now converted as a bounded control. Previously it is unbounded control. Why it is unbounded? It is not came here from data source, am I right? These are all came from data source. Address, phone number, status, gender, this EMP type, all are came from data source. So that is bounded controls, but it is I have created in the design, so it is unbounded control. It is not binded to the data source. Now manually I have binded with the data source, so that is it is converted as a bounded control. Data field, data source I have given, data field I have given, so that it is a bounded control right now. Okay, now you just need to change the name. Okay, like EMP type radio button. Okay, let's build the project, but synchronization is not required in this time. Okay, now execute the form. See, here it is a radio button. And one empty element is showing right above the contract. We have created none element. That's what it is showing, like empty element. Okay, now what I need to do that. Let's go to the user interface. I mean design. Go to the radio button properties. There is a property called hide first entry. I'm hiding the first element so that that empty element will hide. And if you see, there are showing in a single column, right? Like 3 elements, like 4 or 3 elements. So I just want to adjust in 3 columns. Simply Go to the radio button properties. There is a property called columns. I'm giving 3 so that it will adjust horizontally. I mean in 3 columns. Save it. Build the application and try to execute. Execute. Why we have created empty element in the combo box? For combo box purpose, in combo box point of view, we have created empty element. But when it comes to the radio button, empty element is really not required because we need to select it directly, right, in a single click. But in a combo box, we have to make 2 clicks. One is we need to select the combo box and we need to choose the value. That's what we have created a empty element in the combo box itself. But for radio button, it is not required. Now you can see employee type, contract, temporary, permanent. Now you can see. Okay. So these are all about base enumerators. We have completed this 14th topic, working with enumerators. Now I'm going to tell you about working with extended data types. Say in the name, we have a data type, but it is extended. I mean, what are the general data types in table? While we are creating, we have seen data types, right? We have seen data types like string, integer, real, date, time, UTC time, enumerator, container, GUID, int64. These are all general data types in the table. For these data types, we are adding few more properties, and we are going to using that data types in multiple ways. So we are introducing the concept of reusability. So this concept, by working with the extended data types, I mean, we are adding few properties to the existing data types and we are going to reutilizing the data types. That is called extended data type. We are extending the properties of the general data type. So this example, I'll tell you with one project here. Where is our project? Okay, let's see this project. In this project, we have almost 4 tables like EMP table, EMP loan table, skill table, goal table. In these 4 tables, we have some common fields. What are they? We have some common fields like employee ID, name, am I right? We have some common fields, employee ID and name. Okay, in this employee ID, in this table, in EMP table, I need to create employee ID. For that employee ID, I need to provide a label, help text, size. Correct? Employee ID, I need to provide label, help text, and size. In this table also, I need to provide the same properties or I can provide a different properties. Whatever the label, help text, size I have given in the EMP table, I need to follow the same properties here also, or I can give some different label, different help text, different size. Why? Is there any rule is there?
Because we are using the same value, so if in one table it is 10, in another table it is like say 5, then we cannot reuse the same value in both the tables. May cause some issues.
Okay, fine. For label and help text, somewhat it is fine. Okay, we can adjust. Okay, but size. In this table, we have a size 10 characters, but in this table, I have a, let us assume that 8 characters. For example, I want to copy the data, or I want to transfer the data from here to, or any transactional data. I mean, if we are doing any transactions from here to here, data will be truncated, right? Here, the size will be, employee ID size will be 10 characters, but here 8 characters. Only in this table, system will take 8 characters and the remaining 2 characters will be truncated, so that employee ID will be truncated. The last 2 characters will be truncated because the size is 8 characters right here. Okay, that is the reason size should be, the size of the field should be similar, I mean same across all the fields in the project. For example, employee ID size we have chosen in the parent table. It is a parent table, master table. In this table, we have chosen 10 characters, so that we need to choose 10 characters in all the tables. Okay, and label and help text also we need to provide same, because in this table, the label in this table, the label I have given employee ID. Okay, in this table, I have given the label called EMP number. EMP number. In this table, the label I have given EMP code. In this table, I have given, okay, EMP ID. So, can't the end user get confused? What is EMP code? What is EMP number? What is EMP ID? Definitely end user will confuse, right? Who are working with this environment. If we are providing the same label in all the forms, there is no confusion concept. So across the project, the labels, help text and size should be same. Okay, now the matter is clear, so that we need to provide the all in all the tables, label, help text, size should be same. So in this table, I need to provide 3 properties. In this table, I need to provide 3. Here also 3. Here also 3. Total 4 tables into 3 properties. Total 12 times we need to type. Is it correct? Because we need to go to the table and we need to provide all the 3 properties, right? In this table, in this table, in this table, in this table. So total 12 times I need to type. For example, we have 100 tables, 100 into 3. 300 times we need to type manually. So that to overcome this issue, we are creating extended data types. I will create one extended data type called EMP ID. Okay, for this EMP ID, I will provide label, I will provide a help text, I will provide a string size. Okay, help text should be like employee ID. The help text should be, okay, employee, okay, identity, something like a number. The size should be, for example, 10 characters or 20 characters or whatever I'm providing. This EMP ID extended data type, I will go to the properties of EMP ID and I will give here simply. I don't want to provide, I don't want to type this property, this property, this property. I don't want to touch these properties. Only I will go to this property and I will provide my extended data type name. Already that extended data type having label, help text, size is there. So that we are inheriting properties from extended data type to our field, right? Now this time here I will provide only one property, one property, one property, one property, 4 tables, 4 properties. But previously 4 tables into 3 properties, total 12 times we need to type. We need to provide the properties. But here 4 into 1, only 4 times. This is reusability, right? So that now we are creating extended data type. Our employee ID is a string, right? So that we need to create string extended data type. Go to the new item, data types. Here EDT string is there. EDT string. Okay, here EMP ID. Okay, fine. EMP ID. Provide EMP ID. The EDT name is EMP ID. Okay. For this EMP ID, provide the label. The label name I'm giving employee ID. For your understanding purpose, whether the label is inheriting or not, for it, just giving a star mark. Okay. Just giving a star mark. And the help text also I'm giving employee identity number. For this one also I'm giving star mark. Size I'm not going to change because if you change the size, the length will be increased. Okay, let us assume that you have given 20 characters. Okay, but it is 10 characters. Let us assume that we have given 20 characters, so that we have given label, we have given help text, we have given size also. Now this extended data type, what is the name of the extended data type? EMP ID. Now go to the table properties and don't provide the label, don't provide the help text. Simply go to the extended data type property and choose your EMP ID. That's it. Once you enter the property, if you observe the string size, it is in disable mode. Went into the disable. We cannot edit the value size in locally. If you want to edit the size, if you want to increase the size, you just need to go back to the EDT, and if you enter here, it will reflect there. In locally, you cannot adjust the size of the field. It is disabled already. But the label and help text may not be show here, but it will show in the user interface. Okay, let's do one thing. Let's build the project synchronization with synchronization, because we have given extended data type. Synchronization is must.
Arjuna,
Build the
I had a
project
question
and
here.
tell me.
Yeah, if providing the extended data types field for this employee ID, if user provides label and help text again in the property, so will this override the label and help text mentioned in the extended data types prior?
Exactly.
Okay.
The which is local. In table field properties is local value, right? These are the local properties. Local properties having highest priority. You are using EDT, even though the end user or developer has given properties in the table fields, label and help text. So the label and help text, whatever they have given, that will show in the user interface.
Yes, actually previously you had shown one example, I think 2 or 3 days back, of an existing Dynamics form, and all the fields were defined as extended data types. Yes, that's why the reason you have mentioned today.
Okay. Okay. Let me execute the form. I'll show you whether the properties are inheriting or not from extended data type. Okay, when you place your cursor, star mark is showing. Did you observe that? Employee ID star mark, employee identity number star mark. These label and help text we have given at EDT level, right? Okay, let me use existing extended data type for our fields. Let's go to there is a name extended data type is there. Go to the application explorer. Now go to the data types, extended data types. For example, there is extended data type called name or name alias. Okay, name. Let's see the properties, whether the properties are matching with our requirement or not. The label is name and the size is 60 characters. Okay, and this name belongs to application platform, so that we can use it, because this application platform already we are extended, we have taken as a referenced package to our model, so that we can use it. Okay, name alias string size is 20, and the name, the label, they have given something like search name. The label is search name. See here, suppose if I am planning to use this name alias, okay, in my table fields. Okay, here go to the name properties. There is extended data type properties there. Extended data type name alias. See here, once you select name alias, you can check the size of the string. 20 automatically inherited. 20 characters. Previously it is 10 characters, right? Now it is showing 20. And the label and help text which is there for name alias, so those properties also will be inherited to the particular this name field. Okay, let's see in the user interface. This is one kind of usage, inheriting properties. Okay, like reusability concept and inheriting properties. This is one kind of usage. We have another two usages are there with respect to EDTs that we will discuss in later point of time. Okay, second one is we will use in the coding part. Okay, we will use these EDTs for creating fields in the dialog box. So we have three types of usages are there for extended data type. So I told you one usage of extended data type right now. We have two another usages are there that we will discuss later point of time. Okay, let's execute the form. But whenever you are planning to use existing extended data type, you just cross check whether that EDT model we have chosen as the referenced model or not for our model. Then only you can use it, otherwise you will get errors.
Arjun, will you please repeat this? The last sentence you mentioned, the references model. I'm not that clear for this.
Okay. I will explain you practically. Okay, when you see the label search name, previously the label is name, right? Showing search name inheriting from the extended data type, name alias. Okay, now let's go to the AOT, and name alias belongs to application platform model, right? This particular name alias object belongs to application platform model. If I want to use this name alias in my project, or if I want to inherit this to any my field, one of my field, this application platform should be taken as a referenced model. I mean, to HR management model. If you go to the model management, okay, update model parameters. What is the model name? HR management model, right? Our model name. Okay, and go to the next. And already see here, we have taken as a referenced package application platform here. Okay, for example, month of year ID, there is a extended data type called here. It is belongs to a calendar model. This particular extended data type, see here my cursor, month of year ID. This extended data type belongs to calendar model. If I want to use this extended data type in my table fields or to inherit anywhere in my project, I need to extend this calendar extend calendar package, I mean calendar model, so that then only I can use it. Otherwise I cannot use it. Jitendra, got your point?
Right. That is very clear.
No. So that is the way. See, anyone, if you want to use any object in the AOT, just see the model, which model that particular object belongs to, whether the model we have taken as a referenced model, referenced package or not. That's what application platform, application suite, application foundation, we need to select by default for any model, because these are all like common things we need to use, common things we will use in our projects, any project, like a name alias, or belongs to like gender. If you go to the in base enum belongs to gender, right? Base enum, there is a gender belongs to application platform. How I have used directly here, because this application platform already we have taken as a referenced package. What is that application platform, right? See, application platform already we have taken. That's what I can use directly. I can use directly in my project. That's what better to choose application suite, application foundation, application platform models as a default referenced packages to any of your model, so that you can use many things by default in your project. Okay, today we have seen about extended data types and working with enumerators. And okay, now coming to the next concept, creating indexes. See, okay, let me create a few records in the table. Only 2 records we have in the table. Let me create 2 more records in the table itself. Directly I have opened the table and I'm creating a record like 27. Okay, E104 I'm creating. Okay, first record I have created 102. Did you remember that? After that I have created 101. After that I have created 104. Save the record and try to create one more record. Now I'm creating 103. Okay, save it. When you refresh the table, see here 102 first record, 101 second record, 104 third record, 103 fourth record, based on record ID. See here 4576, 5326, 6076, 6077. Based on the record ID, the data is arranging in the table. Am I right? But when I want to retrieve the data from a table, if the data is in a jumbling order or not in a sorted order, definitely it will hit the performance. In a table, data should be in a ascending order, in a particular order. Then only we can easily retrieve the data. We can communicate with the data if the data is in a particular order, but we don't have any order right now. And also in this table, I can create a record, but it is a master table. It is a master table, even though I can create a duplicate record, 101 record or 103 record. I can create again, but that system should not allow that record, right? Because it is a master table. We know this is a master table, but how system will know that? How we are giving instructions to the system? Okay, don't allow the one more record if any existing record, existing ID trying to creating existing ID. Then we need to create index. Here we have two types of indexes are there: primary index, partial index. This is master table, so that in this table we need to create full index, I mean primary index, so that system should not allow the duplicate records. But in this table, EMP loan table, we need to create a partial index because system should allow the duplicate records. See here, 101 two times, 102, 103, 105. Like one employee can take more than one loan, right? So that we need to create a duplicate records. System should allow duplicate records, but in this table, system should not allow the duplicate records. So that in this table, we need to create primary index. In this table, we need to create partial index. But anyway, index, if you create index on the table, either it is a primary index or it is a partial index, but data should be arranged in a sorted order by default, whether it is a primary index, whether it is a partial index. The common thing will happen in the tables, data arranged in a sorted order. That is one property common to both indexes. But if you create a primary index, system should not allow the duplicate records. If you create a partial index, obviously system will allow the duplicate records, but data in a sorted order. Okay, let's create an index on the table. Let's go to the EMP table. There is a indexes. Now I'm creating a new index. The index name I'm giving, okay, on which field basically we will create index. What is the primary column in the table? Main column, EMP ID. Am I right? EMP ID. So that I'm going to creating index on the EMP ID. So that I'm giving the name as EMP ID IDX. The suffix I'm giving IDX, so that everybody can understand, okay, this is index IDX. And here allow duplicates should be no, right? Because this is a master table, we should make it allow duplicates no. And after creating index, simply drag and drop this particular employee ID into the index. Drag and drop. That's it. Now successfully we have created an index on the table. Now we need to build the project along with the synchronization. Synchronization is must. And one more thing here, I'm giving you clear instructions. After creating the table, we need to create immediately index before creating any record in the table. After creating the records, it is really not suggestible to create index. Maybe if we have any duplicate records in the table, definitely table will not be synchronized with SQL Server database. Then you need to face a lot of issues. And sometimes we cannot open table in the user interface. We cannot open corresponding form in the user interface because table is not synchronizing with the database. Okay, there is a fighting in between AX table and SQL Server table, there is a synchronization fighting will be there. In that fighting, we cannot open the table in the user interface. So here we should create index before creating the records in the table. That is best practice always. After creating, after 1 year or after 2 years, if you want to if you are trying to create index, by bad luck, if we have any duplicate record existed in the table, gone. We cannot synchronize with SQL Server database. Now we are building, right? Now we are building and along with synchronization. That synchronization will not happen, and you will get a lot of errors here.
Arjuna,
Okay.
I had a question here that the indexes we created recently is a cluster index or a non-cluster one?
It is a primary index. It is not a cluster index. Cluster means like suppose there is like first name, middle name, last name will be there. So that I want to create an index on these 3 columns. That is called cluster index. Okay. So
And
that
in case
like on group of fields, on group of similar columns, like a string. Cluster means similar items, right? General meaning. But it is a primary index. Primary index should be only one in the table.
and in case
Cluster
if we need
indexes
to
you
create,
can create.
yeah, and in case if you need to create cluster or non-cluster indexes in the table, can we create these indexes also?
Yeah, definitely create. Definitely we can create. Okay, let's open this table, and in the user interface, now you can see the order in the table. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. Now the data arranged in a sorted order. It is a previous table 2, 1, 4, 3. Now after creating index, data arranged in a sorted order 1, 2, 3, 4. Now try to create duplicate record like 1, 0, 3. Try to save. Sorry, is error. Okay, first it is 24. Okay, save. Cannot create a record EMP table. The record already exists. We cannot create a duplicate record. That's it. In just, it is a primary index. So how to create a partial index? Simply just flip the property. Yes, that's it. That is partial index. Only this property, if this property is no, that is primary index. If this property is yes, that is partial index. That's it. The main difference between primary index and partial index. Okay, guys, we'll see tomorrow the next very important property, relations with the tables.
Yeah. Arjuna, how can we create cluster